Survey on hypertensive patient, and here are my teammate names. Coming to the introduction of hypertension. Hypertension occurs when the force of your blood pushing against the walls of your blood vessels is consistently too high. This high blood pressure causes harm by making the heart and blood vessels work harder and less efficiently. Exact cause of high blood pressure are not known. Hypertension can be categorized into two types. Each type has a different cause. Primary hypertension, secondary hypertension. Primary hypertension is also known as essential hypertension. This type of blood pressure usually takes many years to develop and probably is a result of lifestyle, environment, and age. Secondary hypertension, high blood pressure caused due to lack of health problems or certain medication. We have conducted survey and collected data based on the following questionnaire. Do you think you are suffering from high blood pressure? For this question, we have received 56% yes and no for 44%. Based on gender, we got to know that males suffer 67% with high blood pressure compared to that of female, whereas females suffer 33%. Based on age group, we got to know that 2% of patients are suffering from the age group of 20 to 30, and 53% of them are suffering from the age above 50. Based on marital status, we got to know that married people are suffering from blood pressure with the percent of 75%. Do you have any family history of hypertension? Here, for this, we got to know that 64% of patients are suffering from their family history, and 29 no. How long you have been suffering from hypertension? For this, we got to know that 15 patients are suffering from past 2 years, and 12 patients were suffering from past 5 years, and 10 patients were suffering from past 10 years. Based on social history, we got to know that 42% of patients were not smoking, whereas 58% of patients were smoking, and 58% have high blood pressure. Whereas coming to alcohol, we got to know that 49% were not drinking and 51% were consuming alcohol, and they do have high blood pressure. Are you currently using any medication for high blood pressure? For this, we got to know that 83% of patients were using medication. Have your treatment type of medication or dosage changed within the last 12 months? We got to know that 36% of patients were changed their medication and 49% of patients weren't. Here is the summary for the questionnaire. And based on the survey, here comes our conclusion. More than 65% of the hypertensive patients are male population. 50% of the hypertensive patients are above 50 years of age. Out of 93 patients, 73 are married and 64 patients have the family history of hypertension. One of the main problems facing public health in hypertension, which also has the largest impact on the worldwide illness burden, a concentrated global effort to reduce the burden of hypertension will be necessary to improve health outcome globally. From this, we conclude. Thank you all.